God bless you. 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 You want to pull in? I'll be glad to talk to you. You want to pull in? I'll be glad to talk to you.
Excuse me, sir. Is there a parking lot?
Huh?
Is there a park?
If you want to pull in here, I'll be glad to talk to you. I'm recording it too, though. Yeah. Okay. Look, I have a hearing impairment, so you're recording me too, huh? That's fine.
So I remember I came.
I have a hearing impairment. What now?
So I remember I came around here. There was a park. A park. Like a park.
The park? Oh, you're looking for a park?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a big one across the street with all the tennis court.
That's exactly the park.
And then there's one down here with a couple of tennis court, the little neighborhood one. Looking for the big one?
I don't know.
Mason Woods down here. Down W. Thompson Park. W. Thompson Park.
Was the big one?
Big one? Okay, the big one is, okay, go down to the light, turn left. Not the first street. You know, make the mill split like this. So don't turn down Make the Mill. Go to the next one and turn down that one.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Okay, that's the big one. Or while you're over here, you might as well just go over that hill. And there's a park called W. Thompson on the right, just right over the top of that hill. That's the other one with tennis court.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay? I thought you had a question about my sign. Huh?
I'm pretty sure it's the other one.
Okay, yeah. So not the first street, but the second one.
Yeah, I think I know.
Okay, yeah, I think should be that. It used to be a Chevron service station that street.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. It's one of those streets, all right. God bless you. I'm atheist, though. Good, take care. God bless you. 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 Okay, got to playing around with that after the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. I got to playing around with that. Only thing stopping bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So I played around with it, and finally I started realizing, well, bad guns are a good gun. Effectively producing the desired attention to a given amount of time. Crime before a criminal needing to find. Let's take the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. By the time the investigative reports were released, March 2013, it showed that within a time frame of slightly less than 5 minutes, 156 rounds have been fired from guns. This includes 154 coming from a long rifle and 2 coming from a 10mm pistol. Adam Lanza fired 1 shot off in the hallway using a Glock and another one to his head, killing himself. All of it by the time the good guys got there with their bad gun. Their gun being bad guns because their gun theoretically being on the clock 24 hours, 7 days a week. In other words, not effectively producing the desired attention a given amount of time. And crime before a criminal needed to find, Adam Landon took care of that problem. He knew what. So I think both guns were very effective. The second one that he killed himself being the most effective. Okay, so 24 hours, 7 days a week, the same should be applied to any gun owned by America's abundant, never-ending supply of vigilante wannabe. So we need more guns. We need more guns. We need more guns. Why does this keep happening? We need more guns. God bless you. And now we've had the worst massacre in America's history, which is 49 people killed at a gay nightclub, Paul in Orlando, Florida. God bless you. God bless you. And the only point I'm trying to make is these people need to be made aware that they are just as responsible for what happened in Orlando as the family of that young man that did all the shooting. They are just as responsible. God bless you. They got lucky. God bless you. They are just as responsible. So, Trinity time went down. If Jesus died, becoming Christ going one way, why can't James every day be Dr. Fed and medicine live, becoming the Antichrist the other way? Well, I did that the very second I said that to myself. It was raining earlier today, so I took all the pictures off. All streams flow into the sea, yet the sea is never full. To the place the streams come from, there they return again. And I can change the pictures out any way I want. One could be the BP oil rig explosion, the other one could be the bird that was covered in oil. It could be a whale jumping out of the water. It could be my family in front of a George Aquarium. We pump the water upland, and all that energy for people to go there and not learn anything from it. So their money, it just when they think wildlife conservation, it's nothing but a gimmick for them to satisfy their job. If in the long run, it's not making any difference. It's just a lie. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. I can use that same little boy that washed up on the beach, dead. He did not even know who God or Jesus was. So does he get to live everlasting life? USA is all the same, only the names will change. East, West. You got Bon Jovi and the group Dead or Alive. Bon Jovi's song, Wanted Dead or Alive, and Dead or Alive song, You Spin Me Around Like a Record. All I know is that to me you look like you're having fun. That's my attempt. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. This is the car coming from Emory. They usually have it when it's topped up. They usually have the windows rolled up. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Man. Yeah, that's my Pac-Man. You'll see why I did the Pac-Man sound. Man. Hello, send me a link. That's Pac-Man. Okay, that's my attempt at the middle one, that USAI is that principle charity, and that is where you have to make the effort, put in the best understanding you can, rational, blatant explanation for the opposing viewpoint. That means you have to make the effort. So if you got to work all day, 3 jobs and all that, you're not going to have time to do that. So I think our half of the world, it is our responsibility to lead the way in that, and as horrible as what ISIS is doing, I think we need to make an effort to understand how we are causing that. Being a gay person that I am able to understand it now, I think. It just will not speak for every one of them, but it's just how they get away with it. Throwing gay men off the top of 4th-story buildings. They have limited resources, limited jobs. You could allow women to work. They take jobs away from the men and put in more pressures and breaks up family. So now, son to son until they get to, okay, matters, anything that has mass and takes up space. God bless you. When you have 2 of the same thing, you only need one, son to son until they get to a wife, daughter to daughter all her life. So women and daughters and sons take up space. God bless you. God bless you. Man. God bless you. Man. God bless you. I'm trying, I don't know if they get it, but the only reason I do man, because I have a shirt that has Pac-Man on, the big yellow one that says man. I don't even remember what that machine sounds like, that game. So, the digitally connected global day and age our half of the world, they see gay men and all that getting married, and this is putting more pressure on their, young people that don't want to marry the other sex. And they got to get home for these daughters. So anytime it's a vicious, they don't have the money thrown in the court system either, so they got to slap it down right then and there. So that's my understanding of it. So there is some, with women worldwide, still owning less than 1% of private property, there is some justification for being against same-sex marriage, even if it God bless you. Hey, hello. So we need to consider that. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to talk to you. You can pull in the driveway. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to talk to you. You can pull in the driveway. Okay. All right. Does it make sense? Man. Does that make sense? Oh, Pac-Man. You got to read that sign to understand it. Pac-Man. Man. God bless you. Okay. All right. It's all complicated. So reality is the creation of our excesses. I used to have a picture there of 3 crosses, Jesus and the one that were on both sides of them. They had an excess then, I am on everyone's side, but only up to a point. That's not what Proverbs 16 actually says. What it says is, plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. My God, why are you forsaking me? It's that fight or flight. Incapability, indifferent. Simply Jim. Got God in the center. Spell go backwards, you got Tayo. Dog, you got OG. And the OG, it can be marijuana, or it can be a cartoon character, Son of Man. So in the center, you have Antichrist, Armilus, and the jaw. Antichrist is enemy of the Christian. Armilus is enemies of the Jew. And the jaw is enemy of the Muslim. Or another way of saying it, the enemy of the Christians would be the Jews and the Muslim. Enemies of the Jews would be the Christians and the Muslim. And the enemies of the Muslim would be the Christians and the Jews. So when you add them all together, they cancel each other out, and you're right back at radical atheism. So that means simply Jim, radical atheism. And the only difference is, okay, there is one thing that I share in common with all 3 of them. That's a hearing impairment. I'm a lot like Armilus. Armilus is a Jewish character that's partially deaf, maimed. I lost vision in my right eye, so I have a bulging eye, similar to blind anyway, like the jaw. And because of my crystal meth addiction, I can be red and a little bit flustered, so that could be the devil. But there is one difference between me and them. They are popular. That is the only way they can be a threat, is to be popular. So the only way I can see how they can be popular would be inconsiderate and indifferent. So it's not necessarily good against evil. It's basically, and then evil, and good overpowering evil. It's good compromising with what they consider to be evil. In other words, there's no such thing as right or wrong, good or evil, only byproduct of circumstances. Different would be truth and belief. Similar, where they overlap, would be knowledge. So what's the problem of evil? God's silent in the penultimacy. So keep calm, but live the 4th dimension. One thing I like to say about conservatives is they have no sense of history beyond the day they were born, the future beyond their immediate own. Well, that can be said, same can be said for Democrats too. And you got the middle ground, the liberals, who claim to be wise. They are wise, but they're both active wise and passive wise. And if all you are is active sometimes wise, wise sometimes, but passive most of the time, you're really just as bad as a conservative. So I'm beginning to understand what if you go too far to the left, you end up back on the right. But if you go too far to the left and end up back on the right, you either keep going. It's like riding a greased up pig or a wheel. Okay. Did life not begin the day we all became witness to death, however, we were able to witness to life? Before we can have the word life, we have to understand what death is. So I think this is nothing more than how our words develop. The same as before we can have an Antichrist, we must have a Christ. Well, Jesus, in the Old Testament, we had Christ. Hope, a desire, to dream. So Jesus was aware of that. The people were aware of it. They used that. So basically, Jesus was just a crafty motherfucker. So now I'm left with only 2 choices: to see whether his intentions were good or selfish, or his intentions were bad, selfish. I'm going to go with selfless. Yet after he got crucified, 2,000 years later, and I, if I'm raised above the earth, will draw all people to myself. How are we doing? I think we suck at it. You and I suck at it, but I'm trying the best. So work with me. Let us talk. That's all I want people to do. They won't do it. Everything is pathology except for indifferent. Okay, that's about Romanian philosopher, Romanian Bulgarian. I don't remember where, but he was a socialist. But I understand what he was saying. If you don't care about the suffering of others, this will not add stress in your life, and stress equates with the same. You got sin equates with death. Stress equates with death too. So you can teach yourself to be indifferent or learn helplessness, which I think is we've gone too far with. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So, but I want to disagree with that. Indifference here, anywhere, in pathology somewhere else, if you think of it as a whole. Even the way the world is, nothing more than some of all of us. So indifference anywhere, in pathology somewhere else. So as a whole, it's sin or death. So therefore, the only thing, the way I figure it, the only thing that can be not pathology would be something that's infinite, God or time. So indifferent is just smiling. Somebody that has learned how to cry by smiling, it's hard to tell which it is. And if that's all they ever do when you try to speak to them and never really give you any evidence that they understand, bam! And so therefore, God be the eternal dead work too. Indifferent. Murder by number, 1, 2, 3. These learn at your ABC. Congeniality bias or pro-life my-side choices. God is pet versus the God is scavenger. Your conscience is waiting on a corpse. I'm a cat person, which the cat is an obligate carnivore, and it eats the flesh off the bone, so you got my flesh with water and spirit. Rock, living without consent, Lord. I'm going to go with the tree. What's right about gays getting their civil rights if they're just going to drift to the right once getting it? What's right about our women getting their civil rights if they're just going to drift to the right once getting it? What's right about our African Americans getting their civil rights if they are just going to drift to the right once getting it? What's right about our pets and animals getting their civil rights if they are just going to drift to the right once getting it? What's right about our trees getting their civil rights if they are just going to drift to the right once getting it? Well, trees can't drift. So that's the lowest common denominator. Well, sometimes I wonder if there's a God.
Come on.
Oh, I gotta turn this thing off.